This is a full house and I'm super excited that y'all are here. We're going to share screen and talk about uh, multiple offers. Um, Great subject. I was just in one a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to kind of visit more about when you're on the listing side than when you're on the buyer side, but we are going to talk about some tidbits and some hints and some ideas on when you're on the buyer side as well. Please do me a favor. If you are unable to hear or you're not seeing the screens when I do the split screen or share screen, I'm sorry, send me a text message. I lose the chat when I go to do this. So if something is wrong technology wise, let me know so we can get it fixed. Multiple offers. Sometimes they're scary and I completely understand, but hopefully after this, you're going to feel a lot better about them. That was not clear. All right, so I thought these were really cute, so I wanted to share them with you. But if you would do me a favor and just hold your questions and scenarios till the end, I may or may not answer them already. And then we'll have a little time where we can throw some ideas out there, do some scenarios, and that will actually be unrecorded. So we'll do this recorded. And then once we get to questions and chit chat and visit and catch up with everybody, it'll be unrecorded. I thought y'all would like those little images. Our goal, simple in any real estate, is let's keep it simple, honest, and real. For me personally, the most important thing is just keeping it honest. I actually used this tagline with my last multiple offer situation. As a professional real estate agent, it is not my job to make the other agents like me. It is my duty and my honor to protect my client's best interests. And I think in a lot of cases, the other agent that we're working with may feel it could be our friend, it could be somebody we work with, and they may feel as if we would give them more of an insight, or maybe we would help their offer a little bit more because they are our friends. But in all truth and honesty, your client, that is who you put above everybody else. Lots to do when you're a listing agent and you get multiple offers, communicating with the seller, being transparent, presenting offers fairly, keeping offers confidential, documenting offers, confirming rejections. I'll let you guys review that for just a second. You don't want to hear me read all of that. And we're still admitting more people. And then the happen. So a couple of years ago, right before COVID, I had already started experiencing multiple offers. And I'll be the first to admit it was very hectic, it was very confusing. I just would be scatterbrained. They would just start coming in. And then I sat down with my broker at that time and I was like, we need to figure out a plan and a timeline so that this doesn't interrupt and blow up the entire day. Like, what is the best scenario that we can do so that we keep our cool, we can do our job to the best of our ability, give the buyer's agents confidence that we are doing our job, but also make sure that the seller is well represented and taken care of. So what happens is you realize that your listing is receiving many showings. Then you get that text message. I'm going to send an offer. Usually they're in the car and they're headed to, they just saw your house and you get one text message, I'm sending an offer. You get another text message, I'm sending an offer. You may get 5 of those text messages and only 2 offers come in. You may get 5 of those text messages and only 1 offer comes in, but let the offers come in. Take a deep breath. You'll contact your seller, set a timeline, update the MLS and public and agent comments, and then notify every buyer's agent in writing. And we're going to make it very simple for you. This is a multiple offer notification and acknowledgement that I've sent to Rick to approve. So it's pending approval. He's already gotten it. And once he approves it, it's going to be sent out to you guys. I wrote this with my previous broker. I've been using it this entire time. It works very well, and it gives me the ability to breathe and across all my teams and dot all my I's. And that way, my multiple offer situation is not stressful. The highlighted sections of that particular form are, you have a timeline. So the listing broker must receive your offer no later than, and we're going to talk about a scenario, and then how it's going to be delivered, and when you're going to present it to the actual seller. And what's really cool about this is you get to sign it, the seller gets to sign it, and the buyer or the buyer's broker is asked to sign it. I have received back where they have not signed it, but if you send it in .lu for zip forms, you're covered because it shows that you actually did send it. This allows you to be able to go through every offer, do the steps you need to do so the buyer can make the absolute best choice. What I like about this form being on the buyer side of it is the seller knows there's multiple offers. So all the time, there's not been one time I've been in a multiple offer situation and represented the buyer, and the buyer asks me, do you really think there's multiple offers? And my answer is, I was told there is. If you have your seller sign a form that says you are in a multiple offer situation, then you are in a multiple offer situation. If you are not, the seller's going to ask you where the multiple offers are. So this is really nice if you're representing the buyer as well. So now it's time to do your homework. You've got all these offers in, and I'm going to make it a lot easier than what she's trying to do. So I also have a multiple offer worksheet. I've created this form as well. Looks like the last multiple offer I represented as a listing agent was 4730 Cedar Pass in Corpus Christi. It actually has 4 offers that you can present, and you can edit them and send Excel. I'll be happy to forward you a copy of it. And I give this to the buyer with a copy of all of the offers. So basically they can look at who's buying it, what kind of financing they're using, what kind of earnest money they're putting down, are there seller's concessions, how many auction days. It's a side-by-side comparison. If you have a form similar to this and you would like to share it, great. I'll take it. I'll take a look at it. But I'll be happy to share my form with you as well. I also get my seller to sign at the bottom so that they've received, and I have in writing that they've been able to see the comparison of all of the offers. Typically, I will have them sign the column of the offer that they've accepted. Everything in writing, right? So this is our role play. I love this. So let's say it's Friday at 4 o'clock and you get 2 text messages that say, I'm sending over an offer. Awesome. Your response is simple because you know there are chances that offer is never going to come. They're going to go to another house. They're going to decide to buy that one. They're going to go, they're going to sign it. They're going to visit with their lender, whatever the case may be. And you may never get the offer, and you may never get a response to say why we didn't send the offer. So respond. Great. I have another agent that said they were sending an offer also. I'll let you know should we have a multiple offer situation. Because now you've got 2 people saying they may, right? Saturday at 9 a.m., you got to sleep in. You open up your email, you have two offers. Call the seller first. Don't send the email that says received. Don't acknowledge them. Call the seller first. Let the seller know we have two offers. I have some homework to do on my end before I'm able to present them to you, because their first question is going to be, oh, how much are they? Good. It's okay. Just say, let me do some homework. Will you be available on Monday? This is Saturday. This is the key thing here. This is Saturday. Will you be available on Monday at 3:30 to review all the offers? Yeah, no problem. Great. I'm going to send you a multiple offer notification to sign. Okay. So you would send the multiple offer notification for that seller or sellers to sign. Then Saturday at 10 o'clock, you've spoken to the seller. You have set up your timeline. Saturday at 10, send the notify the buyer's agent. So send the signed and filled out multiple offer notice to the buyer's agent in .loop or zip form. We have some people still coming in. What time is it? Okay, 10:17. Make sure that items 2 and 3 are filled out based on your conversation in your timeline with the seller, and make sure you and the seller have signed it. So send that in .loop. Then you can respond to the email and say, wonderful, thank you for your offer. We're in a multiple offer situation. I have sent you a multiple offer notice in .loop. Please sign it. Hello. I think that was an accident. Saturday at 10:30, update the MLS. In the public information and in the agent private information, make the multiple offer notice. All offers must be received in writing no later than, this is the time that you put on the form, the time that you and your seller have discussed. See attached document, upload that document. More offers will come in. We're going to receive 1 or 2 more offers because somebody showed that property a week ago. Somebody's been watching it. Somebody has it hearted on Realtor.com. They're going to want to go see it. They didn't want to lose it. This was the spark to light their fire. And so you may get additional offers. This benefits your seller. Remember, we work for the seller. So as more offers come in, go ahead and send the same seller and listing agent signed notice to each buyer's agent. Same email. Thank you so much. We're in a multiple offer situation. Please see the .loop or zip form that I have sent to you requesting your signature. Monday at 12 o'clock. That's it. You're done. You have from 12 o'clock to 3:30 when you're going to meet your seller. Get all your offers out. Get your offer spreadsheet out. Go through them all. Take a look at them. Prepare everything for the seller. You've got plenty of time. You can even have lunch. No stress. And then Monday at 3:30, present all the offers. The seller will sign or counter the offer they choose, and they sign the multiple offer worksheet. The decision was made. Notify all buyer's agents. Email each agent that the offer had been presented. I think I did that wrong, but that the offer had been presented and which one was accepted. I really hope that is making you guys feel a little less weight on your shoulders. Standard practice of the Realtor Code of Ethics states, this is, keep in mind, I had to be reminded this yesterday. Yes. So the standard practice of Realtor Code of Ethics states that the existence of offers should only be disclosed with the seller's consent. The seller may choose not to disclose a multiple offer situation. Will they? Probably not. After visiting with you, they may say, don't tell anybody that we're in a multiple offer situation, and they can choose to do that. but it behooves them to make that notification to let everybody know so they have the opportunity to present their highest and best before that day. But they do have the option to keep it hush hush. Make sure you get everything in writing, everything in writing. So text legally is considered writing, but we've had this discussion before. I've had this discussion before with other brokers and other educators. You have to have an app program that saves your text messages because they can be easily deleted and all of this stuff. So preferably an email. That's why I referenced a lot of emails. Common question. Can the listing agent tell the buyer's agent the seller's bottom line dollar? Yes. Yes, they can. Make sure it's in writing. The listing agent can disclose any information with the buyer's agent with written permission from the seller. Personally, it's my opinion. Should the listing agent disclose the seller's bottom line? No. No, it takes away your negotiating leverage by not revealing their bottom line. Because I'm telling you, if I represented the buyer and the listing agent told me he will sell for 100,000, I'm going to offer 99.9. Like seriously, I'm going to do everything I can to prevent my buyer from overpaying what the seller actually wants. Also, the role of the listing agent's job is to represent the seller's best interest and to get the best possible deal, which includes not disclosing sensitive information on the bottom. So as a listing agent, I don't want to know that number. I do not want to give it to the buyer's agent. And everything changes. People's emotions change. If we're in a multiple offer situation, their feelings change. Mr. Seller could tell me, I'll take $100,000 for my property tomorrow. And 2 days later, his car breaks down and he needs $115,000. I tell them, I tell the other agent, he'll take $100,000. I get the sweetest offer in the world for $100,000, and he comes back and says, I really need $115,000 because my car breaks down. And that could happen. That's legit. And so I wouldn't want to be responsible for that information. So on the buyer's agent, it's a little different. Hopefully your listing agent, when you are a buyer representing the buyer, has some sort of, in place, when they receive multiple offers that it won't likely just received. But our job is to communicate with the listing agent, advise our buyers, be honest, educate, strategize, and encourage. So like I said, hopefully the listing agent has a similar practice. If they do not, notify your buyers as soon as you have been notified and follow that up with an email. Inform that the sellers want to get the highest price and best terms for their property. I usually tell my buyers to try and put on their seller's hat. If you were in their situation, what would you do so that we can present the best offer? Listing brokers acting on behalf of sellers represent the seller's interest. Remind them when they start asking questions, well, what were the other offers? Or, how much down do you think somebody puts? Did you think this is enough earnest money? Is somebody else going to be hired? Can we close? Do you think everybody's going to close in 45 days or 30 days? Let them know when they're asking you to ask these questions to the listing agent that they may not give us those answers because they do represent the seller. And remind them that we're there to represent them. Provide a complete CMA. Just give them as much information as you can on the property. And then encourage them or get on a three-way call or whatever the case may be to work with their lender. You don't want somebody to they're approved for 300,000, but they're in the 250 because they want to stay under a certain monthly budget. You don't want them to go to 310 or 305, and then at the end of the day realize that made my payment go up $250 a month. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. So make sure that they have brought their lender into that situation as well. And hopefully they'll provide them with a closing cost estimate. If not, you've been doing this long enough that you can do it. You can do it pretty easily. I have my own form for closing cost estimates should something come up. Definitely spend some time with them if they're in financing, if they're getting financing to review the appraisal of income. And make aware that the seller is not only looking at the purchase price, but every detail in the contract is compared to the other offers. And that's when we're talking about non-realty items, we're talking about closing dates. Do you really want them to pay for the home warranty? You can purchase a home warranty up to 30 days after you close. All these little things that may not cost a lot could really make their offer stand out. So discuss everything outside or including the purchase price and how that will affect their offer. Again, I don't care who you represent. Get everything in writing, preferably in multiple offer bear traps. So these are some items that I'm like, just keep these in the back of your mind, please. A counter offer constitutes the rejection of the offer. A party cannot extend a counter offer, have it rejected, and then attempt to accept the original offer. Quickly, my seller accepts rejects $100,000 offer, rejects it, counters that offer, rejects the others, but counters this one because it's the highest, and counters it at 105. Okay. Send it to the buyer's agent. The buyer agent comes back and says, no, we actually found another house. That seller cannot go back and sign that $100,000 offer and it be legit. Like, no, you rejected it the minute you countered it. Number two, the seller should not counter more than one offer at a time. To do so creates a risk that both buyers will accept and there will be two binding contracts. Easily explained. A seller is not required to accept a full price offer and indeed may elect to accept a competing offer for less than the listing price if the terms are more favorable to the seller. For example, a cash offer with a fixed title transfer as opposed to an offer with finances. We know that. That's easily understandable. Number four, agents should use the word offer versus contract. This is just a reminder, you guys. You understand that it is not a binding contract until everyone has signed or accepted in delivery. Prepare to move quickly, but don't feel rushed. Inform your clients through every step. Be transparent and honest. Maintain confidentiality. Uphold ethical conduct throughout the entire process. And I can't say it enough. Document everything. So I'm going to go ahead and stop. Well, do you guys have any questions concerning this section here? We'll talk about office stuff later, but any questions, scenarios, you can go ahead and unmute yourself, and we can talk about those for a few minutes. All right, just a quick reminder, October the 23rd, and I'll send out another email reminder on Wednesday. We are going to do a Canva class from 10 to 11, might go a little bit longer. I'm coming to the office, and we're going to create some Canva. We're going to create some reels. We're going to create some videos, and we're going to do all of that together so you guys feel more confident in using Canva. This presentation right here was done with Canva. All of mine have been done with Canva, and most of my social media is done with Canva. So let's get you guys on board if you have any questions regarding. And then we're going to take a 5-minute break. Not now, don't leave. But when we return, we're going to talk about real estate business. So don't leave. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and we're going to